Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to go over how we think the Fantastic Four got to Earth 616 after finding some recent information regarding the Fantastic Four, a test screening, and possible rumors of how the film may end and how these characters may actually transfer over. So without further ado, let's get right into the video because we got a lot to talk about today. So there's one specific scene in the trailer that makes a lot of sense, and I think pretty much gives us the gist of what we need to figure out and how we're going to figure out how Reed and them are going to get to the 616. Sorry, my water bottle. So here we go. I'm going to show you guys a photo real quick. So if you guys remember this part in the trailer real quick, it's Reed and he's doing his calculations and he's looking about, if you look, he's pretty much showing there is an Earth above an Earth and he wants to move something from the left side to the right side in the part that looks kind of like the bridge. Now, I don't think this is actually a bridge. I think this is more of a teleportation device. And when I say that, it's because of this. So part of the details are essentially at a point when they trap Silver Surfer, they are working on this thing and Reed is trying to figure out how to get Earth away from Galactus. So it pretty much says that he wants to get Earth away from Galactus, but when the Silver Surfer sabotages this teleportation device, he then needs to figure out how to get Galactus away from the Earth. So he needs to pretty much demoleculize him, or whatever you'd like to say, and just throw him into another part of the universe or a different universe. He needs to get rid of him. Originally, he wants to take the Earth and he wants to move it. So best example I could do is here. I'm going to be sciencey right now. So here's a marker. You're going to move the molecules in the marker and you're going to move the marker over here. So essentially he wants to take Earth, where they're at, and move it away somewhere else in the galaxy where, or in the multiverse where Galactus can't get a hold of it. I'm assuming in the galaxy, not the multiverse. But since the Silver Surfer broke it, the Earth is still here. And my daughter got me this. This is Galactus. So we need to take Galactus and we need to move him away from Earth, or away from Earth, or away from Earth, like just away. We want him further away from the Earth. Now, that's what I think this device is. I think this device is actually harnessing molecules in the things, breaking them down, and then spreading them out into a different area. But I also want to mention that at the end of this film, apparently the Earth is saved, and Franklin Richard does something really magical, which I won't talk about on here. Talked about it on next, but I don't want to spoil it for people. Anyways, next up I want to talk about this. So the details regarding that clip that we saw at CCXP Mexico. No, I'm sorry. CCXP Brazil, I think it was. It might have been Mexico. It's CCXP anyways, last weekend. And it goes as, the Surfer is going after their ship. They're flying away and Silver Surfer's coming after them. They're going into space. Sue is going into labor at this point and is being helped out by Reed Richards. So essentially he's making sure his wife is okay, trying to get her through this process. I think that's when we see her when she starts phasing in and out as well. Ben takes over the ship. And Johnny goes to arms to stop the Surfer from reaching Sue because she wants the baby for Galactus. So Johnny's gonna distract her. He calls her like sexy or something along those lines, and he's pretty much just trying to distract her and keep her away from them at any cost. You know, he's gonna try to fight her. I'm assuming. Reed tells Ben to go into a black hole, saying, "Go, trust me." The scene ends with them entering the hole at the same time that the Surfer does, and it makes it intangible. She almost reaches Sue, and then we don't know the outcome. It just goes into a burst, and we don't know what happened. Now I'm wondering, so obviously they're going to beat Galactus. Obviously the Silver Surfer helps them beat Galactus, and they disappear. Galactus does not die. I just want to mention that. Once again, won't go into any more details on the spoiler part until later on. We won't talk about during this video. But my thing is this. They save the Earth. Okay, and then go forward to that plot, or the post-credit scene that apparently came out from the test screening. We gotta talk about that now. So the post-credit scene happens. They're in space. They're on the ship. Sue is reading a book to Franklin Richards. She goes to get another book, and as she turns back around, they hear the teleporter device going off. She turns around, and the book slowly falls out of her hand as she is shocked. It is Dr. Doom. He's completely cloaked, and he's holding a mask in his hand. He's also holding Franklin Richards in the other hand. Does he step back in the teleporter and go away? Because all we know from that point is it turns black, and it says, you know, the Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday. It has me wondering this. Does Dr. Doom take the teleporter and get out? So that teleporter that Reed Richards was creating there's another one. He teleports. Now I'm wondering if at the beginning of Doomsday, it shows that the same kind of teleporter that they used to go through when they were being chased by the Silver Surfer, the black hole, I'm wondering if they're going to use a black hole to get to Avengers Doomsday, and how they appear in the Thunderbolts, and how it says like something's going on in space and then they're just there. You know? So that's all for my theory. I think they're going to jump using a black hole. I'm thinking maybe when Doctor Doom uses the teleporter device, maybe he breaks it or sabotages it before they go back through, and he tanks Franklin. And when they go through that black hole thinking that maybe it's going to help them, they end up in another universe. And, you know, the Fantastic Four are going to need help from the new Avengers, aka the Thunderbolts, aka the Avengers, whatever. So tomorrow, tickets go on sale for Fantastic Four, so we're going to get our final trailer as well. So stay tuned. We're going to do a full breakdown on that. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. How do you guys think they're going to get to the 616? Or how do you guys think they got to the 616? As always, my name is Bretta. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.